Hello. This is Matthew from Collegica. I asked ChatGPT about the top 5 books for learning Python programming. Let's review them together. Here are the books: Python Crash Course by Eric Mattis, Fluent Python by Luciano Romaglio, Python Tricks, a buffet of awesome Python features by Dan Bader, Effective Python, 59 Specific Ways to Write Better Python by Brett Slatkin. Finally, the 5th book is Python Cookbook by David Beasley and Brian K. Jones. Python Crash Course is a beginner-friendly book that aims to teach readers the basics of programming in Python, with a focus on practical applications. The book covers key programming concepts such as data types, control flow, functions, and working with files. It also includes several hands-on projects such as building a web application, a simple game, and data visualization tools. The book's key takeaways include a good understanding of the basics of Python programming, hands-on experience with building simple programs and projects, the ability to work with different types of data in Python, familiarity with common libraries and modules in Python, basic knowledge of object-oriented programming and using classes in Python, understanding of how to debug and troubleshoot Python code. Fluent Python is an intermediate-level book that aims to help readers become more proficient in Python programming. The book covers advanced topics such as data structures, functions, classes, metaclasses, and concurrency. It also focuses on best practices for writing readable and maintainable code, and provides a deep understanding of the Python data model. The book's key takeaways include a deeper understanding of Python's data model and how it affects the behavior of objects, techniques for creating efficient and effective data structures using built-in types and classes, best practices for writing readable and maintainable code, advanced knowledge of functions, classes, and metaclasses, and how they can be used to write more powerful code, understanding of how to use decorators, context managers, and generators to write more efficient code, knowledge of how to use concurrency and parallelism in Python to improve the performance of your code. Python Tricks, a buffet of awesome Python features is a book that focuses on helping Python developers improve their coding skills by learning about lesser-known but powerful features of the language. The book covers a wide range of topics, including advanced data structures and how to use them effectively, how to use decorators, context managers, and generators to write more efficient code, best practices for writing readable and maintainable code, advanced features of functions and classes, tips and tricks for debugging and troubleshooting Python code, understanding of how to use concurrency and parallelism in Python to improve the performance of your code, how to work with built-in modules and third-party libraries. The book's key takeaways include understanding of lesser-known but powerful features of the Python language, tips and tricks to improve your coding skills, techniques for writing more efficient and readable code, knowledge of advanced data structures and how to use them effectively, understanding of best practices for debugging and troubleshooting Python code, familiarity with built-in modules and third-party libraries. Effective Python, 59 Specific Ways to Write Better Python is a book that provides a collection of 59 specific ways to write better Python code. The book covers a wide range of topics, including best practices for writing readable and maintainable code, techniques for writing efficient and performant code, how to write effective object-oriented and functional code, how to write code that is easy to test, debug and maintain, how to use and create decorators, context managers, and generators, best practices for working with data, text, and dates, how to write concurrent and parallel code. The book's key takeaways include best practices and techniques for writing better Python code, understanding of how to write efficient, readable and maintainable code, familiarity with object-oriented and functional programming techniques, knowledge of how to test, debug and maintain your Python code, understanding of how to use decorators, context managers and generators, best practices for working with data, text and dates, How to write concurrent and parallel code. Python Cookbook is a book that provides a collection of recipes for solving common problems in Python programming. The book covers a wide range of topics, including data structures and algorithms, strings and text, files and I\O, data encoding and processing, functions and functional programming, object-oriented programming, concurrency and parallelism, network and web programming, testing and debugging. The book's key takeaways include solutions to common problems in Python programming, techniques for working with data structures, algorithms, and data processing, best practices for working with strings, text, and files, understanding of object-oriented and functional programming, techniques for working with network and web programming, best practices for testing and debugging, knowledge of how to use concurrency and parallelism in Python to improve the performance of your code. A collection of ready-to-use code snippets that can be easily adapted to specific use cases.